You might have some questions about the criminal justice system. And at Prison Professors, I'm really enthusiastic that as of tomorrow, we will be hosting a free daily webinar. Now, these webinars will take place every single day, 100% free. Nobody has to register to participate in the webinars and bring their questions, but if they want to appear on camera, then it's my understanding they do have to go through some kind of registration, and that information will show up on our website at prisonprofessors.com. The webinars will be on weekends at 8 o'clock in the morning. On weekdays, they will be available at 4 p.m. Pacific time every single day. You'll be able to see them if you go to our website and you look at our website, which is right here. I'll just show you a picture of it on my screen. This is our website right here. It's prisonprofessors.com. You can scroll to the top of it, and some kind of place we will put a registration link. We'll probably replace this to let people know how they can sign up for the daily webinars if they want to be on camera and ask their questions. But it's my understanding that they'll also be able to provide their questions on some type of a chat service, because it'll be a YouTube live type of program. They will also be able to, I have my team, I think, looking at those questions while I'm presenting. That's really what the webinar is about, is responding to questions. So regardless of what stage you're in, if you're in a government investigation and you want to understand how do I communicate better with counsel, what's going to happen at the various stages, what types of mitigation strategies can I take, those are things that you could do. We want to be able to help people understand, and not only in a manner where I'm just preparing remarks, but responding to your questions about what's going on. That continues on, whether this is a pre-sentence investigation report, choosing, if you've chosen to plead guilty or you've been convicted at a trial. It's understanding those concepts, whether it is trying to understand how do I prepare for sentencing or elocution or prison journeys, or how do I position myself for the best possible outcome. We want you to understand that. And the only thing I can promise to anybody is I'll never lie to you, and I'll never ask you to do anything that I didn't do. I was in prison for 26 years, and I learned how to position myself for a better life and success. And I make a huge commitment to trying to show other people how they can do it as well. The reality is you have to become your best advocate and know how to make things happen. Now, I will say that there is just a huge body of information. I was looking this morning, just scrolling through CNBC, and I saw this article about Sam Bankman-Fried, who awaits a prison sentence, even though his customers are expected to get 100% back of their money. There will be people trying to trade on his name and argue for a very extensive sentence of probably north of 10, 15 years. In my view, I don't think he's going to get that crazy kind of a sentence. I could be wrong. I mean, the reality, as I understand it, from what I've read in the media and from interacting with other people who've been involved in the case, this was typically a situation that happens to a lot of people who go to prison. They make a bad decision because of poor governance, but they don't really have this criminal mindset. They're not out to screw anybody or self-enrichment. Of course, the media will portray it a little bit differently because they're in the business of selling newspapers. They're in the business of selling advertising. But I would submit, this guy was a phenomenal entrepreneur who had a lapse in judgment, and it's going to cost him a lot. It's already cost him a lot, and it's cost a lot of other people a lot, but they're not going to lose their money unless they sold out. It's like that story about, the only way you get hurt on a roller coaster ride is if you jump off before it ends. People who stuck around, it looks like they're going to get all their money back, and I'm glad to hear that. I am hopeful that he does not get a lengthy sentence. I fight and advocate every day to try and bring lower sentences and demonstrate that if a person has a job, a place to live, and is not a threat to society and has really built a compelling pathway to demonstrate that, they shouldn't be in prison at all. But these are my opinions of somebody who's gone through prison for 26 years. I know people will differ with it. And there's On these webinars, what people will find is there's nothing they can't ask me. I'll respond to any question. Very grateful for this opportunity to serve. It's like a ministry for me, and it's my hope to try and change the system, not only so that more people will come back with their dignity intact, but to really kind of end these intergenerational cycles of failure that corrections seem to produce. My name is Michael Santos. I am the founder of Prison Professors. I hope that you will use our free resources. We have a lot of sponsors that make our nonprofit possible. My wife and I, are the largest benefactors of our nonprofit, not only in terms of the money that we give, but the time. You will see, I never ask anyone to do anything I didn't do. I believe in you, and I hope that you will become a member of our community, and we can bring some value to your life as you find the way to navigate your way from crisis back to prosperity. And it all begins by following that very disciplined plan of defining success, putting your plan in place, prioritizing what you've got to do today, building your tools, tactics, and resources that are appropriate for the particular stage in the journey. And then, you've got to adjust when things change, and you've got to be flexible, and you've got to be the CEO where you know when to make changes in your life, and then you have to execute every single day. I never ask anybody to do that, because if you don't see me doing it, then I'm not going to ask you to do it. But it's something I did through prison. It's what got me through with my dignity intact. It's what allowed me to build businesses. It's what I'm still doing today, every single day. And I'm super excited that we get to offer this for free to anybody through YouTube Live, and hope to see you on the program. So remember, every Saturday and Sunday at 8 a.m. Pacific, and currently we're scheduled for 4 p.m. Pacific, Monday through Friday. Nobody has to register to be on it unless they want to be on interactive with me. In that case, they do have to register, and we'll find a way to make that possible on prisonprofessors.com, where everything is free. I'm Michael Santos, and I believe in you.